I started with playing the standard build, Stalker Hood and Stalker Jacket with Mist Color as offhand. I put Combat Fame to 70 on spare to have at least some IP. This was my first fight versus tier 7 overcharged battleaxe. Disengaged on his Hunter Hood and was expecting E from him soon, as he will get the double E back around this time. Waited out his Inferno Shield and saved my E for his triple Q plus E combo to dodge his X. Now he has nothing, so it is time for me to brawl with him, so I purge his boots, but I should have saved my Stalker Hood for finishing E. That's why my E didn't finish him and I nearly died for his double E. Kept my distance in Undead Cape, but unfortunately he ran away and got killed by tier 8 crossbow. So I went versus crossbow now. Interrupted his second Q, purged his speed buff from Call Troops so I get extra damage, disengaged on his Cleric Robe, but another tier 8 battleaxe came so I kept my distance. He killed the crossbow, so now I fight my third opponent, this battleaxe. Not much to say, this was easy as he was nearly dead from the crossbow. Well, I got more fun content than I expected, first time in my spare set. We will continue in chronological order with the fights so you can see all my deaths and mistakes as well. Versus tier 7 overcharged firestaff on Keeper Cape. Swapped to deflect on W, as for me it seems like better option when versing ranged opponent without interrupts. Here I used deflect on his first E, and as you can see, reflected damage took 1 bar of his health. Inferno Shield for his Keeper Cape buff. Here I was slow with my W versus his E, so I just used it as a protection versus his Qs. And seems like he didn't learn from the first time and just killed himself with another E into my deflect. GG. About an hour later I found this PvE 8182 nature stuff. Chased him for good 3 minutes until I finally got him low enough to finish him. Not much to say about this, but it is a nice loot, so definitely part of the video. My first fight versus tier 8 prowling on Armor of Valor. Definitely not my proudest fight as I did a lot of mistakes, but I promised you also bad fights, so here we go. Swapped to Impaler, deflect is much better, and didn't swap to Inferno Shield on Stalker Jacket, which was a big mistake. Here I used Stalker Jacket and knew he will immediately use Armor of Valor, so I E'd away to not get too much damage back from his armor. Now I used guaranteed combo of triple stacked E into Impaler. Then I baited his purge on my boots to use Stalker Jacket, hoping he still doesn't have his Armor of Valor. Again, I was too early on Stalker Hood and missed on a lot of damage because of it. I was lucky to not get executed, but he dismounted tier 4 Rating Curse and he chased me instead of tier 8 Prowling. Unlucky, so I died. You guys already know me that I will fight nearly anything, even this 7-3 bloodletter, 2 tiers higher than me, even dismounting him. I fought him mainly because of 2 reasons. He was playing red build with Purity Cowl and Assassin Jacket, and he was on red Invis potions instead of health potions, so I had advantage in brawl potential. I disengaged on my triple stacked E to get CD on Stalker Jacket back. Unfortunately, he used this Assassin Jacket well and I had to keep my distance again. I did a lot of mistakes in using E with 1 stack or even without stacks. Now I had less than 40% HP, meaning he can execute me, so I kited again to get HP from my potion and boots to buy some time before execute. Unfortunately another E miss, and even health potion didn't help me enough to get above 40% HP, so he popped my Undead Cape with execute. You can't run away versus this build, so I stayed in fight and tried to keep my 3 stacks. If I used Q on Archer mob, I might kill this bloodletter guy. But I didn't realize my stacks were gone and used E without stacks, meaning I did no damage to him and just died on his E. I was fighting in Abbey with tier 8 overcharged battleaxe when he wrote me that there are tier 8 dualswords trying to red us, so we both turned on him. hoping that he won't turn on me immediately after I kill him. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. He nearly killed me there, but I managed to run away and full reset. Found him again on the body, swept to Impaler because he was on dashing W, not on adrenaline rush. With his W I can brawl with him easily as he lacks damage, even if I get hit by both of his E's. Now he is running out of mana and also of options how to win this fight after he tried to betray me. I knew he has no mana for second E, so I just kept chasing until I eventually killed this betraying, bad-behaving battleaxe. This was one of the most fun moments I had in Albion, I will explain. I was fighting this tier 9 overcharged double-bladed on verge of our both OCs. He popped my undead cape, so I reset it. His overcharge broke on his boots, so he swapped to tier 6 soldier boots he had in his inventory. My overcharge was also ending and we were both without buff. So I saw him clearing double rose buff, and I ran there to grab myself buff too, but the other one was green chest. There was no way I can beat him when he had his buff, and I didn't, but I tried. I was stoning my stalker jacket until he uses his, because he can just use cultist cavalry on me, run away, and then come back and use his stalker jacket on me for free. When he finally used it, I disengaged and came back to use mine. He used cultist cavalry nicely and still had his rose buff, so I rather let him pop my undead cape, popped his buff and wanted to fight again with no buffs, even without my undead cape and on verge of my OC. Well, he decided to get away from dungeon literally 5 seconds before my overcharge break, and guess what? My chest and boots trashed, so he could have literally just auto-attacked me to death. Wow. Versus tier 8 chillhowl. At the beginning I was playing with cripple, which is in my opinion not perfect versus chillhowl, and he popped my undead cape. I reset it and went for impaler even without undead cape. You want to keep your E for his E, so you can dash away from it. Also you want to keep your distance, so he can't use the E plus W combo, which will stun you on place in his chill level. When you are on pure Mist Snapper, as I am, you can use small mobs to gain some HP back with healing. He wasted his boots here, so I match his boots. Stalker Hood to reveal him from Invis, and now he is pretty much dead. He would be even earlier if I used E out of his chill level instead of going to finish him with Impaler as I did. Good fight. Versus tier 8 prowling 1v1 in Duo Mists. It was a fan who asked for a duel in Duo Mist, so I went for it. This time I had right spells, Deflect on W and Inferno Shield on Stalker Jacket. Deflect is best used when he transforms because he has low defensives and high damage in his form, or standing in his W pool to reflect static damage back to him. I wasted my E here without stacks, mistake of spear newbie, and also wasted my Inferno Shield, which he kited nicely. Now it doesn't look great for me, but at least I can chunk his HP a little bit by staying in his W with my deflect. Another E with only one stack, kinda wasted, but good trade with my deflect got us back to even. Now I am in execute range, but I have both my reflex ready. Nice purge by him, but I was lucky I got him in undead cape meanwhile, so I was waiting to see if my HP depletes to use deflect so he kills himself, but he opted to stay out of form rather. Now he popped my undead cape, so he can't finish me, but I need to be careful for his Q and W out of form, so I play from side. I was lucky to kill him, and he was a fan, so I gave him back his gear. Versus full spec 6-3 carving. I thought to myself, well, spare counter sword, so let's give it a try, even with 200 IP diff. Saw him getting caught by archer mob. Mistake was to not pre-stack my Qs, so my E did nearly no damage. Purge his stacks, disengage on his inferno shield. I baited his purge on my boots, so I can immediately use stalker jacket. But I am spare newbie, so instead of using deadly combo, stalker hood W, E, Q, I kept brawling for no reason and died. Watching this video now makes me cringe how bad I was. Versus 5-4, Awakened, 6-3 Fist of Ava, Couple of Purity and Face Killer. We fought for a while and he always reset it when I cancelled his first combo. This time my E bugged, went on cooldown but was cancelled, so he stayed because he had perfect trade. I swapped to Inferno Shield so I can brawl with him after this trade, which let me at least earn some trade back from him. Fight was looking terrible for me, but I was finally getting hang of the spare and was believing in my chances. Kited away to get my cooldowns and heard him using E to catch with me, so I saw opportunity to go for a quick trade. Now our HP is even, I just don't want to get hit by his E. But I was too flabbergasted by how well the trade went, that I didn't realize my boots are still on cooldown, so I couldn't dodge his E and well, the rest is history. If only I waited for literally half more second I could have dodged it, but no. Grindrr likes to unka bunka. So, I told you I will fight anything, even 8-3 masterpiece set double-bladed. I even acted as AFK for him to think I am an easy prey. He rolled around me for a good 30 seconds until he fell for it.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
As soon as it dismounted I didn't let him change the mind and used E to keep close. Waited a little bit for my stalker jacket because man just popped a rest spot 1 second into the fight. Kited a little bit to bait his boots, punched the boots, cripple and used extra damage to chunk his HP. Kited out the hunter hood. Man tried to brawl his pair, you can't do that on double-bladed. And being hungry mid-fight is something else. Well, he decided it is time to run, but I have boots, E and cripple ready. Please, gods of Albion, don't let him run away from me! I swear it wasn't paid actor, I just got the second most amount of money from kill ever. Versus 5-3 full masterpiece double-bladed. He resetted maybe 3 times prior to this clip, so I knew I had to give him a good start in order to stay in fight and outplay him later on. So I ate all of his stalker jacket, didn't even use mercenary hood, let him damage me for free in cultist cavalry and even failed my stalker jacket. Now he thinks, oh my god, he's so dead, and I start to think maybe I pushed it too far, let's see. I still act scared, just pre-stacking my Q and waiting his stalker jacket and cowl. This time I used mercenary hood for his stalker jacket to save myself from 30% damage. Well, now he dealt nice damage in cultist cavalry and denied me yet another stalker jacket. Looks like I really pushed it too far. 100% focusing right now. I need to think of backup plan because I can't run away from double blade. Now I saw it. Rock Golem, come handy and let me buy time. Used E to buy some more time, W to purge his boots and gain extra speed and damage. But missed my mercenary hood for perfect combo wombo, so I used my favorite Rock Golem on map again. Luckily for me he failed his stun W and got me in undead cape. Now I just pre-stack my Q in safety and keep my E, W, Q, R combo to finish him after undead cape debuff disappear. Mischief is done. Easy do piče. Strašne overplay. So I caught tier 7 brawlers in AB on low HP. Chased them to finish the kill. And this tier 8 carving came to stop me from my criminal activities. Wanted to finish the gloves before I turn on carving, so they don't come later on to red us. Finish the gloves, but carving turned on Hunter Hood. As I didn't want to idle my Stalker jacket back, I slowed him with cripple and kited away to wait out his Hunter Hood. Mercenary Hood to slow him and buy some time and space while he is in his Inferno Shield. Full stacked E, finally, to come back in. Waiting with cripple freshly after he gets 2 sword stacks. Stalker jacket as he has no reflect now, immediate Mercenary Hood to deny him damage from his E and W, which should be ready now. And as he failed his WE combo and didn't wait out a little bit closer to Undead Cape, I can now safely finish the job. Guys, do you know 2 main rules of Mists? Number 1, don't fight firestaff. Number 2, don't fight cursed stuff. Well, as I said, I was limit testing, so I gave it a try. Tier 8 cursed skull. Impaler for more damage, as he won't be kiting me. Full stacked E to gap close. Wait out his Hunter Hood. Impaler approximately 5 meters from him, carving flashbacks, boots to get some HP and distance, Inferno Shield to Brawl, Mercenary Hood to get some breathing space while still having 4 cursed stacks on me, waiting with my E for his E, boots to get some HP and Mercenary Hood to deny him 30% damage from 2 ticks, Impaler to different dimension again. I swear it is harder to hit than carving W. Got to Undead Cape and was ready to finish him with E, but he popped his Hunter Hood. I thought I still has 4 stacks on me, so if I had to die, I would take him with me. Watching it now, I realize if I just waited half second and use E then, I would live and he would die. Happens.